I'm at a local auction here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm going to talk a little bit about our reconditioning process, how we do what we do, how we find the cars that we find, and bring you the best deals with no dock fees on the marketplace. I feel like giving you insight into our process, our reconditioning, how we acquire our cars, and how we do what we do gives you a better insight on how we can bring you a great deal, and it gives you a little edge on when you're doing your car shopping and how we can outdo the competition in every way. I'm going to be heading to an auction this week that has over 1,500 cars available to purchase. Not all of them are going to make it back. Matter of fact, I might bid on 200 or 300 of them to bring 3 back. A lot of work, but it's worth it, because when you can find those 3 or 4 opportunities that are great deals at a great price with low reconditioning costs and something we can pass on to you, we're all gonna win. So behind me is a sea, and I mean an absolute sea of vehicles. We're gonna look for cars typically under 120,000 miles so we can get them financed and recondition a car that's gonna be up to spec for our standards. We're also gonna go through some cars that might have some light reconditioning, maybe have some heavy reconditioning, but we're going to be the judge of that. I've got some tools with me to help me assist that. I got my battery box, got my OBD scanner that's going to help me determine if I see any lights on the dash or anything that's going to indicate there's a potential problem with the car, so that when the sale comes on Thursday, I'm not going to be surprised by a bunch of stories and things that I wasn't aware of. One thing I'll tend to see at the auction is what they call certified units, like this 2016 Honda Civic with 44,000 miles. Obviously a great car to begin with, but this one's already certified by the auction to be perfect. So is it a car we'd like to have? Absolutely. Is it a car we're probably going to end up with? Most likely not, because the competition is going to be very strong on this car. Everybody wants this car because they can take it home, put it on their lot, not have to touch it. The problem is the price isn't going to be as competitive to you, the end consumer, because the auction price will get driven up by everybody wanting that certified unit. Looking at this 2014 Toyota Avalon, very good looking car, not a certified car, which means it might have some potential issues that we need to look at. Already I can see a little bit of minor damage on the rear. Now this might show, and it probably does show, an accident on Carfax. Is that going to stop you from purchasing this car if we fix it properly? Probably not. It's also not going to stop me from buying it, because I can see what's already been done to the car. Little minor body damage won't slow us up from buying a vehicle. Let's jump inside of this car and see what we have. First thing I'm checking for immediately is odor, smell. Don't really want a strong smoker car. Mild odors you can always get out with a cleaning process, and also what we sometimes do with a ionizer, which removes all smells and odors from the vehicle. Start up the engine, check it out for obvious major issues. Power windows, power door locks, all the obvious things we want to check right away, and then we're going to give it a drive. A lot of auctions don't give you the liberty to check a car and drive it before the sale. This auction does. It's here in Charlotte, and I actually come here for a big reason, is that I can drive every one of these cars, or at least the ones that I think have some defects or some drivability issues. So we're going to give this one a drive down the track and see how it handles. One of the benefits of driving a car before the sale is I can get to see some items, some things that maybe not be able to be seen by anybody else that's just creeping up on the car in the lane on sale day. By driving that car and making sure it's mechanically sound, or even if it's not, knowing what I'm going into before I bid gives me an extreme advantage over a lot of dealers. So we're going to give us a drive down the test track right now. And it's driving pretty good. No obviously steering or brake or mechanical issues, no engine noises, brakes are firm. So I have more confidence in the lane bidding, knowing that I'm going to be in a position to buy and own this car with very little recon. Well, I've just completed a drive, a walk around, scanning, everything I've needed to do to look at this 2016 Chevy Equinox. And I found it to be a pretty good vehicle. It needs a couple things. It needs 2 tires. Needs a battery. The battery was dead when I got it, and a couple minor cosmetics, but it's a car that I'm probably going to have to spend less than $1,000 of eventual reconditioning on it, so I know really what we're going to have in this car if I buy it right. With a Carfax certified car, I think we got a winner here if I can get it. And even though I'm not the end mechanic on the car, I can be sort of a mechanic here in the field by looking at the car a little closer. I'll scan any internal codes that may be showing, so I can have a little edge on knowing what the car might need when we get it back to the shop. So I'm going to scan this one right now and see what we got. So we invest a little bit of time and a little bit of money into some tools that we can take out here into the field. And here I'm scanning this 2014 Avalon that we just drove, and there's no code showing. So I've got nothing engine wise that's showing as a powertrain code that would cause me to think otherwise about the car. Another reconditioning scenario I run into a lot is Cars with mechanical issues. I'd rather spend money on a car mechanically than cosmetically. 2014 Toyota Corolla, absolutely perfect on the outside. Needs nothing exterior. Tires are good, interior is clean, no smoke smells. It's got a bad transmission. Now I'd rather take this car and buy it knowing that I can put a reconditioned transmission with a warranty in it, get that car back to you knowing that that car is going to be a great car when we own it. And the other piece of it is I'm not scared of buying a car with a mechanical issue. A lot of dealers are. A lot of guys that buy for franchise dealers and independent lots that are the buyers only, they don't want to fool with a car that might have a potential problem. If it's got a problem, and I know it's got a problem, and I know we can fix the problem economically, make it right, and make it safe, I'm going to get it. So the short of it is I've invested a good amount of time today. Is it going to be worth it tomorrow when I go to the sale? Absolutely. If I buy one car, if I buy 3 cars, if I buy 10 cars, and they're all buys and they're opportunities where we can sell a car way behind what the book says it's worth, have the confidence to know when I get that car back, it's going to be in decent shape and there are going to be no real surprises. We'll see you soon. I'm going to get back to the shop after the sale, and we're going to talk about what we bought, and we're going to go through our reconditioning process at the dealership. Have a great day. Brian Bernard, Bernard Motor Car.